everybody, Holly Priestley here of Silly Little Lady and Honeycomb Coaching. This is the first real video in my knitting business focused series, The Ultimate Guide to Starting, Growing, and Maintaining Your Knitting Related Business. Today we're going to go over steps 0 and 1. So hopefully it won't be too overwhelming for you. You may be asking your device, what exactly is step 0 when starting a knitting related business? And I am going to try and convince you not to start a knitting related business. One of the biggest things that people starting a knitting related business, or any business where something started out as a hobby, as something they enjoy doing for fun, and then turned into a business, it doesn't exactly take all of the fun out of it, but it does make it a lot more work to do that thing that you used to just do for fun. So starting any business, and knitting businesses fall into that, is a lot of work. There's no quick fix. There's no, silver bullet to go from this is a hobby and I do it for fun and I spend money on it to I'm raking in the dough, and not only am I making enough money to support my yarn buying habits, I make enough money to support myself or my family. It's a lot of work, and it's a lot of time, and it takes a lot of patience, and it takes a lot of grit and creativity and stick-to-itiveness. It's not that easy to do. If you want to start designing, for example, because you want to have that residual income, it takes a long time to get there. Every now and then you'll have a pattern that just flies off the shelves, the virtual shelves, and is amazing, and it goes, the knitting version of viral, and everybody loves it. But that's not the way that all businesses go. That's not the way that all products go or services. In general, you have to have a couple of different patterns, maybe many different patterns, in order to be getting a consistent, stable residual income from them. I have some patterns that I designed 10 years ago that are still getting traction today, and then I have some that I thought were going to make it big and have maybe sold 2 copies in the past who knows how many years. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of social media type stuff, which we're going to get into in step 1. It's a lot of time spent, potentially frustrating time if you're learning a new technology or a new system or putting systems in place to grow your business. There's no way to go from 0 to 100 consistently in a week or anything to that effect. So, if I have not successfully scared you away from starting a knitting related business, let's move on to step 1. The first step in any business would be to set up the social media channels that you're going to use. There are a ton of channels out there. There's Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, YouTube. You can have a blog, you could do Snapchat, a live stream, or a podcast, or shows, classes locally, or whatever. If you can think about it, it can happen, for sure, whether it exists now or not. There's a good chance that in the next month we're going to see a new social media channel come out that everyone's going to jump on. You do not, I repeat, do not have to join every single channel and be active on every single channel. In fact, I would recommend that you don't. I would personally recommend, from my experience as a business owner and a coach, you pick a couple, and a couple means like 3 or 4 or less that you're active on that you enjoy using. So how do you know which ones you enjoy using, which ones are going to benefit you the most? The ones that are going to benefit you the most are the ones that you're going to enjoy using because you'll actually use them and it won't be like pulling your own teeth. If you like to write the written word, use a blog, start a blog on WordPress or some other site. I use WordPress. I like it. They're not sponsoring me. This is not an affiliated recommendation. It's just something that I've used for years and I really enjoy it. You might also want to use Twitter because they're very word-based platforms. Facebook may also work for you to push your blog content or to post on occasion. They are more heavily prioritizing posts that have photos and videos. So your text-only posts might not get to the right people or as many people as you want, but that's a whole different issue. If you enjoy using pictures and photos and visuals, I recommend using Instagram or Snapchat or Facebook. If you enjoy doing videos, and you're not afraid of the camera, I definitely recommend using YouTube and Facebook. So there are a ton out there for sure. You don't have to use all of them. Don't use all of them. Pick 2 or 3 or maybe 4 that speak to you the most. Conveniently, a lot of the platforms will allow you to cross-post. So for example, when I post on Instagram, I almost always allow it to cross-post to my Facebook. But I also like posting on Facebook for its own sake. Facebook also prefers that. They will prioritize post and content that is generated on their site. There are programs out there that you can use to schedule your posts if you don't want them, if you don't want to have to do them every single day by yourself, or like remember, oh crap, it's like 9 p.m. and I haven't posted anything, and is anybody even going to read it anymore? So you can head that off by having a program to schedule your posts for you. Spend a couple of hours, once or twice a week, pre-scheduling posts. If you feel a little bit stumped about what to post, I have a handy dandy infographic on my Honeycomb Coaching blog that has 10 prompts that might help you brainstorm some things that you should be posting. Always behind the scenes is very interesting to people, how you go through your process of designing your patterns or dyeing your yarn or whatever it is that you're doing. A little bit about you, who you are, where you came from, why you are pursuing this business anyway. There's not really a reason not to post. There's always something that you can say. Customers like to work with people that they know, like, and trust. If they don't get to know you, they're not going to like you. If they don't like you, there's nothing you can do to make them trust you. And if they don't know, like, and trust you, they're not going to buy your product, most likely. One of the most important things when posting on social media is consistency. You want to be consistent in that you're posting once a day, twice a day, 3 times a day, depending on which channel you're using. Some of them need more, some of them need fewer. And that's a rabbit hole we can absolutely get down in another video or one-on-one. Also, consistency in branding is pretty important. I would recommend using, a handful of colors and a handful of fonts and try to make sure that everything looks like it goes together. You probably don't want to be, matchy where every picture looks like the previous one, every content is the same as the previous content, because your clients are going to get bored of that. But consistency is key in building a brand, building a reputation, and showing your customers exactly who you are and that you have a solid foundation. So I know that was a lot of information in a short period of time, and I just really wanted to touch on some basics. A, don't start a knitting business if you're not committed to it because it's a lot of work. B, social channels are very important. If you have specific questions for me about your business, I'm more than happy to talk with you one-on-one. If you want individualized coaching just for your specific business and your specific needs, your situation, your family, your goals, etc., click on over to my Honeycomb Coaching site and check out my packages. Send me a message if you have questions. And let me know what you think of this video. If you think it's really useful, please share it with your friends. If you have any comments or questions for future videos, leave them below and let me know, and I will try and address them. I hope you guys are all having an excellent day. Again, this is Holly Priestley of Silly Little Lady and Honeycomb Coaching.